next up is Counter Logic Gaming, who I don't expect a ton of change, but obviously there's one position that kind of stands out from the rest of the team, and one that was kind of a late replacement after Dardoch was shipped back to Team Liquid because Team Liquid just...
No one wants him! How come no one wants me, man?
Maybe because you're rude, sir.
That might be true.
Maybe. But OmarGod might be the guy who gives a short end of the stick. He wasn't very inspirational when it came to his play, especially in playoffs. CLG quickly ousted from that run to Worlds, the Gauntlet, everything. They looked pretty awful down the road. So he's really the only guy I can see replacing. I don't think you get upgrades on any other position. And again, this is CLG. This is the team of friendship. This is the team that stays together because, you know what, we're all friends. And if you hate someone, they get booted.
You know who's friendly?
Who's friendly? MikeYeung's friendly.
MikeYeung's a friendly guy. I think he would fit into team friendship.
I do too.
That's the one I like out of those potential signings there. I think he's much better suited for CLG as opposed to TSM. I think that aggressive style definitely helps CLG more, and I think they would let him do his thing. They would let him run wild in that jungle, as animals do in the jungle. Not that MikeYeung is an animal. He is an animal.
But you saw early on, even with Huhi and Dardoch, the combination really freed Huhi on the map because Dardoch was so aggressive. Yeah. And it kind of let Huhi play his style rather than being on the back foot when Xmithy was a bit more of a defensive guy, at least on CLG. So I think getting another aggressive jungler like MikeYeung makes a lot of sense. And Huhi, for me, is now the guy to play around on the CLG team. It might sound weird, but I do think he's the best player on this roster.
I mean, he definitely showed throughout the regular season. He only got better, and then in the playoffs, even the game CLG were losing, it was the total opposite of what you're used to seeing on CLG. It's like, oh God, they lost. Huhi, what are you doing? Now it's Huhi saying that to his team when they're losing games. What are you guys doing? I mean, that bottom lane of 6A and Afro was supposed to be one of the best in NA, and they struggled in a lot of these games. They were getting destroyed in some of these 2v2s, and Afro in particular had a very off split. By his standards. I expect him to be better in 2018 to bounce back, but I also said that coming into summer. And he didn't really. But, I mean, outside of that jungle spot, I think that's a pretty solid roster for CLG. And if they can fill that spot with someone like MikeYeung, that's pretty great. Reignover would also be good.
Reignover kind of fits that style. He had a pretty rough split with Team Liquid, but again, Team Liquid is kind of a mess.
I think anyone would have had a rough split there.
And I mean, they tried a lot of junglers. They still have 3 roster junglers with
stockpiling those trade chips.
Something like that. So I mean, they don't need 3.
You sure?
I'm
Are you sure there's not 2 academy teams?
Yeah, last time I checked.
Okay.
So I mean, Reignover is a guy that kind of makes sense with CLG too, someone who can pump the aggression and open up the map for his team. So I'm looking at one of those 2 guys. But again, they have import slots available, and who knows? Maybe the bot lane performance from last year kind of motivates management to make a change there, but I imagine they stick with Stixay Afro.
There's a lot of new management there too.
Yeah.
With MSG and some other investors, so they'll be pushing for winning, I imagine. And if OmarGod is their starting jungler, I'd be shocked.
Me too.
I would be shocked. Something's gonna happen there.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more esports content.